Royal Highness, Eze Ambassador E.E. Anaba Uju III of Umboko, Amiri Ancient Kingdom. Ministers of the day, Pastor B.E.O. Udo, President, West Central African Division, Pastor Onyebuchi Okpara, Acting President, Eastern Nigeria Union Conference, and other ordained ministers. Host, Pastor Dobson Ahwama Levi, President, Aba East Conference. For inquiries, please call the Chairman, Planning Committee, Professor L.N. Chibu, on 0806 217 1543. Announcer, Pastor M.N. Owala, Communication Director.
From state to state, country to country, and across the triple W's, we bring you up to date with the latest happenings. Magic 102.9 ABBA, transforming lives through the airwaves.
As the democratic space gets broader and political activities become more intense, with many Nigerians angling for relevance and agitating for their voices to be heard, Magic 102.9 FM ABBA has taken a giant leap by providing the needed platform that captures the essence of your individual, corporate, and most importantly, your political needs.
You see, the government is trying, but it's just this.
Showcase your aspirations, opinions, and more as a politician, political party, government, community, organization, association, and more. Join Magic 102.9 FM ABBA on People and Politics, Mondays to Fridays at 9 a.m. For inquiries and participation, please call 0903-282-3717. People and Politics, providing the alternative voice within the democratic space.
Oh yes, we're back. What are we hearing in the police force? That there were certificate falsifications, some births, some educational, and some men who have risen to very high positions in the force are today falling from grace to grass. Well, it's not just an emerging news, it's gone viral, but you just wonder what happened. Well, my people would say, and maybe your people too, say now who them catch now be thief. If you talk about certificate falsification, age falsification, we have a whole lot all over the place. If there should be any empirical investigation into all of them, you would see that many people will be caught. But this may just be another stepping stone, because it came out of Kepu them say, and truly it came to be, and then others followed. If you haven't got the story, you may get it. It's not exactly what we're trending, but we welcome you to People in Politics this morning.
That's right. Thank you for joining us on the Thursday edition of the program. As usual, we have the hottest stories in the land to serve you this morning. We're starting from the presidency, where history was made yesterday when President Bola Tinubu conferred national honors on Ogonifo. Of course, the honors are posthumously. Federal government unveils 65th independence anniversary theme, as federal government has ordered the clamp down on fake certificates, sets enforcement deadline. Still talking education, Cross River has banned school lessons after 2 p.m. Rolls out sweeping education reforms. Stay tuned to get the details. We'll come to Abia State, where Active Container and Cargo Truck Drivers Association are protesting what they call imposition of high tariff on members in Aba. Still from Abia, some Igbo leaders met with Governor Alex Otti, during which they demanded Nnamdi Kanu's release by the federal government. And our last story this morning has to do with the People's Democratic Party, PDP, where the party has announced the appointment of members into its national convention subcommittees. Check out our Facebook page, facebook.com/MagicFMNG for these and even more. We're streaming live on YouTube. Check us out on YouTube, Magic FM ABBA. Instagram is at Magic FM Nigeria.
All right, this may be unprecedented because it's coming from an area that has been in a struggle for a long time, a struggle in which many people have paid the supreme price. President Bola Tinubu has conferred national honors of the Commander of the Order of the Niger, CON, posthumously on former Ogoni leaders known as the Ogoni Four, Albert Badi, Edward Kobani, Theophilus Oragi, and Samuel Oragi, popularly known as the Ogoni Four, as I said earlier. He announced this on Wednesday when he received the report of the Ogoni Consultation Committee at the Presidential Villa, Abuja. The president also enjoined the people of Ogoniland to embrace reconciliation and unity after decades of division. He assured stakeholders that his administration would support Ogoniland's journey towards peace, environmental remediation, and economic revival, while also facilitating the return of oil exploration to the area. Let's check this out.
As a government, take like years of pain endured in Ogoniland. We recognize that. Otherwise, there would be no today. I urge the Ogoni people across the clans, communities, and generations to close ranks. Put this dark chapter behind us and move forward as a united community with single voice reconciliation. It's not an erasure of history. It is the commitment to write the next chapter together with joy.
Well, when I read this, my mind first quickly went to Ken Saro-Wiwa, and I was like, Ogoni 4, what about Ken? Only to be told, because I forgot in honesty, that he had been, given this same award before.
June 12 this year.
Okay. I think this is more like independence or part of the independence celebrations. But again, it will be heartwarming for the people of Ogoniland. The president talks about environmental degradation. He talked about oil exploration returning to the area and all that. But I wish to say quickly that when President Buhari came, our lady who is in the United Nations today as Assistant Secretary General, Amina Mohammed, was the Minister for Environment at the time. And she led, a team that was supposed to champion, the cleanup of Ogoniland. We haven't heard that has been done. And so if you're given an award, fine and good, but I think first on the list should be the environmental degradation. Can the people there go back to fishing again? Can the people there go back to farming? Yes, oil exploration should return, fine and good. It's all about money for the nation and oil blocks for the rich people. But again, you need to visit Ogoniland, Gokana, Bori, Tai, all these places connected together from Eleme to know that indeed there is degradation in that area. So whatever is being done for individuals, whether living or dead, I think it's on the surface. The people in that area need more of what you would call uplift, as human beings.
Well, since 1993, Nigeria has not exported even a drop of oil out of Ogoni. And we all know the history, what led to that. The people protested and said over their dead body for oil. 2025, we're looking at 1.5 million barrels per day, 1.4 million barrels per day, which is about 96% of the OPEC quota for Nigeria. So beyond the revenue that would accrue to the federal government, the truth is Ogoni people need government presence. It is not enough appeasing them, telling them things they want to hear, just for you to start oil exploration. You mentioned a very vital thing this morning, the Ogoni cleanup. It has been part of all the political campaigns since 1999. Any president that comes will say, hey, we would clean up Ogoni. Any president that comes, the same thing. How big is Ogoni that it is taking forever for that place to be cleaned up? Also, you take a look at the infrastructure there. The last time I saw a video out of that place, you weep for the people who God blessed with oil. If you take pictures out of the Niger Delta, compare it with people. If Abuja could be this good with money gotten from the Niger Delta, why can't the Niger Delta look better than Abuja? So we need a political will, we need sincerity, we need honesty. Otherwise, if you tell the people what they want to hear today and they give you the benefit of doubt, if they don't get to see some of these developments happen within their community, you cannot rule out the place of agitation. They will start agitating once again, lives will be lost, investments would amount to waste. So we don't want that again. Let there be genuine intention on the part of the government this time around.
Well, I happen to have traveled a lot, particularly in the southern flank of this country. When I went to these areas I had mentioned earlier, the ties of this world, the Bori, the Gokana, the Ogoni we were talking about, going through the creeks to Opobo, and of course, using a flying boat, the local one. I got to know that some people are actually the ones making us Nigeria, yet they are suffering. It's such that almost everyone you see there is, when you hear of black, there are real black people, as in black.
True.
The forests are black, the water black, everything black from these areas. When they find themselves in the city of Port Harcourt, they really don't want to go back. When you think about, when I go home, will I have electricity? Will I have good water? Will I have
access to road?
You have fish, you have water, but you don't have fish.
Sure.
I went to Opobo, with a former senator, always a senator, they say, during his campaign. I was in Port Harcourt at the time. And I actually washed my belly, say, when I go there, I go chop fish, die today. Only for me to get to Opobo, I tell you, I did not see fish. I did not. That is what it is, but please, something should be done.
Indeed. Well, away from that, the federal government has announced the official theme for Nigeria's 2025 Independence Day celebrations. This was contained in a statement by the Director of Information and Public Relations in the Office of the Secretary to the Government of the Federation, Segun Imoisen, on Wednesday in Abuja. He said the theme, Jumat prayer, would hold on Friday, September 26, followed by an interdenominational church service on Sunday, September 28th. There would also be a world press conference on Monday, September 29 in Abuja, the nation's capital.
Well, we take it from the bottom up. There will be interdenominational service. There will be, Jumat prayer. Maybe those who worship in shrines, they would also do their own. Those in synagogues and temples. But the fact is, let's take the first two. We worship, we call on the name of God. Can we say that even the practice of politics in Nigeria has the face of God in it? No. Can we say that what we swear to do, as Christian, using the Bible to swear to do for the people, those who are given the mandate to do these things for the people, do they actually do it? If they do them, I think we will not be having, what we have in the country today, that all sectors are complaining. We know examples of people who coveted things, even in the Bible, for instance. I have not read, the Quran extensively, so I can only give example from the Bible. Those who were supposed to have and give, how God dealt with them because they did not. Those who were, profiteering for no reason, we know how God dealt with them, even in the Bible. Now, we will go to church, yes. We will go to the mosque, yes. There are different places of worship, yes. But after that, what next? Yes, we have a theme. The theme is craftily formulated, sounds so nice. What does it translate to at the end of the day? By 2026, there will be another theme. 2027, there will be another one, just like we have had so many over the years. What have we been able to do? Do we internalize all of these and do we practice them? That is the problem. Everyone cannot be in government. But if you are given the mandate, whether elected or selected or appointed, as the case may be, what do you do with that mandate? I think that is the question those who will fill the churches and mosques within the period. That is tomorrow and Sunday, right?
That's right.
That is the question they should be asking themselves. When I go to bed at night, am I thinking of my political neighbor, how to bring him down? When I go to bed the next day, am I thinking about the people of Nigeria? What do I do to uplift them? This should be what is on the mind of the people, not the themes on paper or in the ears of Nigerians. We want to feel it and want to see it. That is what it means to me, Ben.
Well, you said it all. We'll take our first break now. When we're done with that, we have more stories. Stay with us.
In the kitchen game, there are players and then Agba Ballers, MVP, Player of the Year, 10-0, no rival. Become an Agba Baller with the new improved Maggi chicken flavor, made with a flavorful formation of onions, celery, turmeric to bring out your top game in the kitchen. Elevate the taste of your everyday dishes with delicious rich chicken flavor. Oh yeah, let's go!
New Maggi chicken flavor, my game changer.
MTN Mega Billion Promo nọ ebe a site Monday ruo Saturday n'elekere 7 nke mgbede. Ọtụtụ ndị Nigeria ga-enwe ike mere nke ukwuu. Ịbanye bụ naanị ka ịpịnye star 900 hash n'ekwentị MTN gị. Ka ọ bụla itinyere ruru 100 naira ma nke karịrị ya ga-agụnyere gị ma mụbaa gị ohere ndaba mmeri. Tinye ego n'ekwentị gị taa ma merie n'ego ndende. Usoro na ọnọdụ nọkwa. Gaa na www.mtn.ng maka nkọwa ndị ọzọ. Promo a ga-adị ruo ụbọchị 21 n'ọnwa Septemba.
Start your children's day with a great taste of Ovaltine, enriched with multi-nourishment, calcium, malt, and vitamin B12 to support learning and playtime. Ovaltine, smart choice for smart kids.
Supreme noodles boom boom, supreme noodles boom boom. Sit up, supreme noodles. Supreme noodles boom boom, supreme noodles boom boom. Sit up, supreme noodles. Just sit up, supreme noodles. It go sparkle up your mood. So delicious, so tasty. Young and old, them love it. Spring it chewy with better aroma. Rich with real chicken essence. Supreme noodles boom boom, supreme noodles boom boom. Sit up, supreme noodles. Supreme noodles boom boom, supreme noodles boom boom. Sit up, supreme noodles.
Sit up Supreme Noodles with real chicken essence.
Supreme noodles boom boom. Sit up, supreme noodles.
I'm in love. Sonia tomato mix, stand up. Is it to open? Is it to squeeze? Is it to scoop? And is it to stop? Dishes come alive with so much taste. Sonia tomato mix, of course. Sonia tomato mix, yes sir. Sonia tomato mix, stand up pouch.
Sonia tomato mix in a new stand-up pouch.
So much in love.
Little body, big moves. Little brain, big learning. Your little child is eager to do big things. Every sachet of Cerelac Junior comes with the nutrition they need: natural grains, protein, and iron to support their physical growth, learning, and development. So you can fully enjoy your little one's big moments of growth.
Sharon, Naija.
That's right. This government is putting smiles on the faces of Nigerians with the increased minimum wage that has made life easier for all workers. 4 landmark bills giving less tax to the poor and easy tax for all. Ongoing federal government road projects that are moving the nation forward. CNG initiative that has helped millions of Nigerians and motorists to cut cost. Loan and credit schemes for thousands of businesses. More communities that are now safer and more secure across the nation. Student loan scheme for thousands of Nigerian students. Nigeria has never had it so good, with a government committed to making life better for all, renewing hopes and rebuilding Nigeria.
We are rebuilding the nation, rebuilding Nigeria, renewing hopes.
Renewing hopes, rebuilding Nigeria. Powered by Citizen Connect Initiative.
It's the choices you make that set you apart from being good to being great. My choice? Nivea Men Deep Body Lotion with Max Tech. powered by Black Carbon. Gives you both dark wood fragrance and 48-hour moisture. And my other top choice for all-day freshness, Nivea Men Deep Roll-On for 72-hour protection and fragrance with Max Tech. Powered by Black Carbon. Skin is for playing it smart. Nivea is for skin.
Babe, I am so sorry. I know I was wrong. I promise I will never do it again.
Don't let low airtime block your romance. Buy a new MTN SIM to enjoy 2,100 naira in airtime for 2 months, and with MTN Beta Gist, you'll get 3 minutes extra for every 6-minute call you make. MTN Beta Gist is also available to all existing customers. To join, simply dial *123*2*1# or text PG to 312. T's and C's apply. MTN, what are we doing today?
The emperor, the conqueror, the champion, the lion is here.
Are you dreaming of exploring the world or looking for expert visa assistance to any country? Then think Lawfish Travels and Tours Limited. And the good news is we are now right here in Abia State at 101 Jubilee Road by Mosque, Aba. At Lawfish, we make every journey smooth with visa assistance, cargo export and import services, tours and vacations, ticketing, travel insurance, and lots more. From luxury bulletproof vehicles with security escorts to caregiver courses, even air ambulance services, we've got you covered. Call us today on 0907 199 9603, 0907 199 9603, or visit us at 101 Jubilee Road, Aba, Abia State. Lawfish Travels, your world, your journey, your way. At Lawfish Travels and Tours Limited, we take you there.
The emperor, the conqueror, the champion, the lion is here.
People and politics, providing the alternative voice within the democratic space.
All right, we're back on the Still People and Politics. The federal government has announced a nationwide enforcement of the national policy for the Nigerian Education Repository and Data Bank concerning academic credential verification. This enforcement is scheduled to commence on October 6, 2025. According to a circular issued by the Secretary to the Government of the Federation, Senator George Akume, dated 8th of August 2025 and made available to newsmen in Abuja yesterday, all ministries, departments, agencies and higher institutions in Nigeria must implement a structured verification process for the academic credentials of all current and prospective staff. This process is to be conducted through the National Credential Verification Service (NCVS) under the NARD program. Akume emphasized that no appointment will be confirmed without NCVS clearance affirming the authenticity of academic qualifications presented. Each clearance will carry a national credential number and ancillary security codes for record purposes. Akume explained that if reform means every certificate, diploma, honor, or award presented in Nigeria must be earned from an accredited institution and be identifiable, traceable, verifiable, and validated at the click of a button. He added that the initiative moves away from the previous reliance on individual institutions to verify credentials, embedding a national quality assurance mechanism insulated from compromise.
Well, this is lofty. That is, if the government succeeds in implementing it. We've seen lofty ideas. For instance, the NIN, the BVN, linking it to SIM and what have you. When that policy was floated by the federal government, many people have thought that it would go a long way in addressing the insecurity situation in the land. But as we speak, we still have bandits who make videos, posts on various social media platforms, even make calls, and it appears our security agents cannot track these people. So if this one would work fine, with just a click you get to verify somebody's certificate. There are many people, especially those who work for government agencies, parastatals and ministries, who parade fake certificates. And the reason is simple. It is because we lay too much emphasis on certificates. If you go to civil service for you to rise, you must present certain papers. It doesn't matter whether you have the skills or not. As long as you don't have the papers to back those skills up, there are certain positions you cannot occupy. So this is commendable. At the same time, we should also learn to start emphasizing skills, technical know-how. Those who have such special skills and technical know-how should not be stopped because they don't have papers to back it up. There are ways we can make these things work. If they work in other climes, there's no way it cannot work here. So for me, the bottom line is this: on paper we have beautiful things, but when it comes to implementation, that is where we usually have comma.
Well, the government, and I think I should be specific in this case, the secretary to the government of the federation, whether we'll say His Excellency former governor or Senator George Akume, I don't know which one supersedes now, because he has earned both in his credentials. But the fact is, Ben, if you remember, only recently one woman was being screened for an appointment in government, and when she was asked that certain things were not found, that she had put in the CV, they could not see, the certificates. She said yes, that it was during the COVID. She was in school in Benin Republic. She came back only to realize at that point that the university was fake. And now she was undergoing another study at the National Open University. Well, at the end of the day, even the chairman of the screening panel said, "Congratulations, you have been screened." And I think she got the job.
Exactly. She's one of the
apparently, yes, apparently because she is from a known place or recommended by a known person. We have had the Torontos of this world, and we have had allegations, even the highest place of the land, if you remember.
Chicago.
And, I see. Okay. Chicago, right?
That's right.
Very well. We have that. And that argument went all the way to the Supreme Court, involving even the number one citizen in the country today. Well, unknown to us, that is going to be a big issue. I had also said in a preamble that the Nigeria Police Force, courtesy of the IGP Egbetokun, has, clamped down on certain officers at very high level. You can imagine an assistant inspector general, a commissioner, in about 4 or 5 of them that have been caught in the web of age and certificate falsification. So the police has taken, the lead in this case, but there could still be more. There was a time in this country that when generals retired, they would just go to University of Lagos and earn a degree in law, just like that. There are those who just go to some, state universities, give them infrastructure, never attend class, but you see them on the day of graduation.
Sure.
And they are giving certificates. We won't name names, Abby. Make with names.
No names.
We will not go name. And all that. So if there's going to be a commission for this, well and good. First and foremost, those who will be in charge of the commission. You saw everybody now, those who have been ministers before, those who have been senators, they all went to, some private universities, tikpa, before we knew it, they had graduated, they went to law school, tikpa, they all.
There is something about them, from senior police officers to senior military officers to the politicians. You see them, they do 9 to 5. Sometimes even the nature of their work goes beyond 9 to 5. But all of a sudden you hear they are graduating from a department of law. Next thing is they've gone to law school and they've become lawyers.
Yes.
So these are some
most of them never ever practice.
That's it.
Never practice. It's like what some civil servants are also doing, and we must talk about it. When you did not prepare well for retirement, as in the twilight of your service, you become very strong in your church. Even if you were part of the Orthodox Church, you go to a Pentecostal church. And then you become very strong in the activities of the monies. On the 2nd of October, as we are being told, if not that Nigerians are protesting and hoping that the government will hear their cries, the police may just stop you anywhere. Even if you put a sticker, they will say it's tinted and you have to pay. And guess what? It's over 14,000 naira. If you have 10 cars, 14,000 times 10, if they are tinted anyway. All right. So let's look at critical things like what we are looking at now. Let's discourage this madness about certificates and let it be what people can do. Let's have refresher courses, the type that those in the Nigeria Railway Corporation did not have, that warranted what we've been having, the derailment of planes, as has been, agreed to by way of self-indictment by, the authorities of the Nigeria Railway Corporation. There are important and salient things we can do indeed, Ben, but I think sometimes we just want to say something.
Quickly, I just feel we should mention this as well. This shouldn't be all about Nigerian institutions and Nigerian certificates. The government should also find a way to verify foreign certificates. As we speak, there's an influx of foreign certificates in government establishments. Most people now will just come and tell you, hey, I attended compliance is mandatory, warning that violators would face sanctions.
Well, this is gaining ground across the country, and several states are doing it individually. But I know that we have the Nigeria Governors Forum, which is, irrespective of what party the governors belong to. It is the Nigeria Governors Forum. Is it not possible that the governors can throw this up as part of what they should resolve and take to their states as a one-stop, decision, rather than state A deciding its own, state B, having learned that the other states had done it, also goes ahead to do it? Because it started like a joke from Benue to Anambra to Imo. Now we're hearing Cross River of Basio too. I never ever remember the guy's name. It just came into my head. Right? Even those who are in government, who own schools, will not like it. But you are making money at the expense of the innocent, poor parents of this country. What about the lesson, Ben? The child in the lower classes, they say compulsory siesta, so that even if the child is not sleeping, just put your head on the desk. Then you wake up again, you say lesson. You are paying for all this, and then they give the child assignment again to come and do at home. I mean, these are innocent young children. I like what Cross River has said. If there should be any extra lesson, let it be by the permission of the parents. And I think in this case, the parents should invite the teachers to their homes or organize something in their communities where at a given time when the students or pupils would have rested, they go to. Like we went to night, lessons in our days too, in carpenter shades and all that. Yes, somebody used to teach us in a carpenter shade at night. Our parents encouraged us, but by then would have left school, come home, eaten, rested. If I would have played football, before going. So it's a good one.
My own angle is the lesson aspect, because basically other aspects, other states, even Abia has embraced it. The lesson aspect is of utmost importance to me. You find out that these days you see a toddler as young as 2, 3, 4. The toddler would leave the home by 7 a.m.
Preparation starts by 5.
Midday, 1 p.m., 2 p.m. The toddler is still in school doing what? Do you know some parents after 2 p.m. would still leave that child in school? A 2-year-old child, a 3-year-old child, a 4-year-old child, and say the child is staying behind for lesson. Some go as late as 5, 6 p.m. to pick their children. And it beats my imagination. How can you be raising a child and you feel you're raising an all-round child by making the child go through that traumatic experience? It's not healthy for the children. At that age, children should be allowed to be children. Play. You've already overburdened the child from 7 a.m. to 2 p.m. We understand, yes, that due to the economic situation, you need to work, you need to make ends meet. But it shouldn't be at the detriment of the health of your child. So parents should find a way to balance this. We must not wait for the government to force us to do certain things. Well, when you were a child, did your parents put you through this? As young as 2, you would leave the house by 7 a.m. and be returning by 6 p.m. The next morning, 5 a.m., the child is already awake. It's
Ben,
crazy.
Sometimes, when I speak, those who don't know me would think that I'm one Methuselah. But I know that I'm happy to have enjoyed the old and the new. Yes, when we went to school in the early 70s, we were made to put our right hand across our head if your hand touches your ear. There were disadvantages, no doubt, because you had young children at 5 who were, growing fast. I had some people who were even 15 and were looking so small. Some were, victims of the war, I must tell you, because the war affected a whole lot of people, not enough food to eat and all that. We had people from such places where, the war affected them. In my time, it didn't affect me though. I thank God for that. But what I'm trying to say is this. Times are changing, we know. I hear some people at the age of 1, they have taken their children to school. They say crèche. After crèche, they say kindergarten. After kindergarten, they say nursery. After nursery, primary. And then you go on and on. Okay, government at the federal level has said something recently that they're going to streamline, the curriculum, which I like. What it means also to me is that a student may do all the subjects in JSS 1 to 3. By the time the student is crossing over to SS 1 to 3, we used to have curriculum teachers back in the day who selected subjects at a particular point, those subjects that would make up this particular course in the university, the subjects that would make that in the university and all that. They taught us. They gave them to us. So you know the course, the subjects that you should, concentrate on. Where am I going to? At the level of SS 1 to 3, the students should not be burdened with 8, 9 subjects that they should write in NECO and WASC and all that. If the child is strong enough in the sciences, let him face the sciences in SS 1 to 3. If the child is strong enough in the arts, let the child face that. And with the subjects that can earn him a particular course or the other. Because at the level of SS1, you are old enough to know I want to be a doctor. I want to be a soldier. I wanted to be a soldier. Our dream, most of us in school then, was to go to the NDA, to wear this uniform. We tried everything we could. That was our dream. And we finished in Form 5, not now that you do 6 years. And we didn't do all this nursery and kindergarten and all that stuff. Yet we came out from school at 17, 18. You understand? So, it shouldn't be piecemeal, basically. Let there be a proper, practical approach to this nationally. All right? That is the only way out. But I think those who think they are going to be shortchanged or those who are going to lose money, it's not about losing money. Because you make all the money and you're not giving anything. Because the product of all these processes, Ben, you see them. What do they offer?
They are not better than those.
What do they offer?
My own days, our nursery school closed at midday. We ended at midday. Today that they've extended it to as much as 5 p.m., 6 p.m. Are the children today more intelligent than
In the cooking game, you need a winning game plan. I'm not just talking about your fresh ingredients, utensils, or cooking skills. I'm talking about your choice of seasoning. My game plan is incomplete without Maggi chicken flavor. Made with a flavorful formation of onions, celery, turmeric, it's my game changer. Elevate the taste of your everyday dishes with delicious rich chicken flavor. Oh yeah, let's go.
New Maggi chicken flavor, my game changer.
We're the station that beats all the competition. We'll prove it.
Mmeri n'ego ndende usoro na ọnọdụ nọkwa gaa na www.mtn.ng maka nkọwa ndị ọzọ. Promo a ga-adị ruo ụbọchị 21 n'ọnwa Septemba.
Here you go, dear.
Mom, you didn't add milk.
No need to. Taste it and see why.
Wow, but how?
Is it milky?
Yes.
Is it creamy?
Yes.
That's Milo 3-in-1 milky and creamy for you. It's so milky. I don't need to add more milk.
I love it, Mommy.
Give your kids Milo 3-in-1, milky and creamy. It's truly milky. It contains calcium to help your champ win every day. Milo, energy to go further.
Milo. Supreme noodles boom boom, supreme noodles boom boom. Sit up, supreme noodles. Supreme noodles boom boom, supreme noodles boom boom. Sit up, supreme. Just sit up, supreme noodles. It go spark up your mood.
So delicious, so tasty. Young and old, them love it. Spring it chewy with better aroma. Unlimited. It's unlimited.
To enjoy unlimited data on your devices, visit airtel.com.ng/HBB.
Airtel, a reason to imagine.
Ịtụ ndụ mmanụ na-amasị m. Ya mere m jiri na-eri nri akwọrọ aka sie nke na-edozi ahụ. N'ime ite ji porridge m tinyecha azụ, ntinye yabasị, ose na ogo tupu m tinyezie nut cube nke ga-ewepụta ọmarịcha ụtọ dị na nri m ka ọ bụrụ eri amịcha aka. Ndị be anyị chetanụ na nke onye riri ka o buo. Tinye akwụkwọ nri na-ama pokopoko na nri gị niile, werezie nut cube mee ya ka ọ bụrụ eri amịcha aka. Rie nri na-edozi ahụ taa.
Babe, I am so sorry. I know I was wrong. I promise I will never do it again.
Don't let low airtime block your romance. Buy a new MTN SIM to enjoy 2,100 naira in airtime for 2 months, and with MTN Better Gist, you'll get 3 minutes extra for every 6-minute call you make. MTN Better Gist is also available to all existing customers. To join, simply dial *123*2*1# or text PG to 312. T's and C's apply. MTN, what are we doing today?
That's one increment. Comrade Dupai said with the current harsh economy, there is no way the drivers could pay such tariff and remain in business.
ihe gbasara tarif anyị na-akwụ n'Abia steeti here ọ na-enye anyị nsogbu anyị ga-eji abalị bata were abalị pụọ still gọọmenti Abia steeti kwesịkwara ileba anya n'ime ihe ndị a niile anyị na-eme sịghị m na ha na-agbalị New Abia now we are solidly behind our government ihe anyị na-ayọta awa ayịyọ ya lebatụrụ anyị anya na price a etiri ebe a ọ na-adịkwara mma mmere nwe ugwu mekwa nwa nọsi ike ya lebatụrụ anyị anya ka ọ ga-adị anyị mma ọzọ ile anya ihe mere anyị ji na-eme ihe ndị a na-ahụ other states ndị anyị na-aga ọ ndị pọtas na-akwụ dị mọnị ihe driver nwere ya pụta ya paakị ya moto ha eme ya offload but then the case of Abia State is different. Ndị ime anyị adịkwa enwe ikpe ihe ụmụ anyị nwere anyị jicha ụmụ jiri nwaanyị nne anyị nwere ndịkwala vileji anyị ndị ilekọta ụmụnne anyị nwere anyị ndị ezula skuul ọ dịkwa ekpere adịghị ikwu anyị lone ekpere mmetụ akpa anyị adịkwa izuru anyị ma atụgasịwa ya so anyị adarịọ ya si abịa enyere anyị aka.
Well, Ben, the issue of taxes in this country, levies, other charges, tariffs, bills. I mean, the masses of this country, in all honesty,
suffocated,
are at their wits' ends. Exactly. Because, in all honesty, how much are the people earning? If you look at, what you pay, this, that, everywhere, there are some entities, just one entity. Take the bank, for instance. You pay over 5-6 levies in the banks alone.
For your own money.
If you operate 2-3 accounts, you are paying the same thing for your own money. Some naira as interest. Is that what they call it for the depositor too?
That's right.
All right, but the other banks, nothing. And I haven't seen anyone who is saying this is what they are giving me. If you go to the markets, there are markets where you go to buy goat. You pay for the rope at the gate. Now you buy goat too. You bought the rope, you come to the gate, you pay again.
Money, you're even going too far. Yeah. You buy things with your own money. For you to bring them out of the gate, you would have to pay. That's how crazy things are. Well, for me, the drivers, they have genuine crime. How can a driver pay 10,000 naira per trip and you expect that driver to remain in business? Let's assume that the containers they are conveying are coming from Port Harcourt access. We all know what the road is like. There are soldiers, there are policemen, there are customs.
Even counter-terrorism units.
Exactly. So the drivers end up settling all these people. And by the time they get to Aba, the state government is now asking them to have stormed the Abia Government House Umuahia to demand the immediate and unconditional release of the detained leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, Nnamdi Kanu. The adults who converged on the major entrance of the government house in protest pleaded to Governor Oti to persuade his fellow Southeast governors to lead a delegation to President Tinubu to press for Kanu's release. Addressing the governor, spokesperson for the elders, Chukwuemeka Ezebiro, said if Southeast governors and other political elites in the region were united in demanding for Kanu's release, the president would listen to them. Adding his voice, Chief Chinedu Obilo argued that if the federal government could dialogue with bandits, it would be much more beneficial to politically resolve Kanu's matter. Responding, Governor Oti, represented by Secretary to the State Government, Kenneth Kalu, flanked by the Chief of Staff, Caleb Ajagba, commended the elders for their peaceful comportment and promised to convey their messages to the appropriate quarters.
Well, just like we have our love that, President Bola Tinubu can just do this, and it will go down in history as one of the greatest things he's done. But I think we should not discriminate against ourselves. We are all Nigerians. Those who come with the fallacy of majority and minority, I just pity them.
Well, every war ends with negotiation. That is just the truth. No matter the allegation the federal government may have against Nnamdi Kanu, if you take a look at what some other Nigerians have done in the past, yes, some of us may not like his approach, his manner of approach and what have you, but the truth is, it is in this same country, as we speak, Bonnie, there are people in the Niger Delta who have weapons. They don't hide these weapons. RPGs, a civilian. The military see these people. The president, one of them is the president's friend. There's one who today has been given the contract to police the oil pipelines in the Niger Delta, contract worth over 30 billion naira. So if those people could be forgiven, why can't the same amnesty be extended to Nnamdi Kanu? So when Southeasterners cry marginalization, they point at things like this. They say because he's Igbo, that if he were to be of other tribe, he won't be languishing in jail. And you won't blame people who hold such views because the government's position clearly justifies that view. So President Tinubu should realize that history is beckoning on him today.
Well, before we go interactive, a quick one here. The People's Democratic Party has appointed some members of the party from Abia State into various subcommittees of the chairmanship of His Excellency Umar Fintiri of Adamawa State. These appointments into finance, accreditation, security, publicity and media, entertainment and welfare, transport and logistics, venue and protocol subcommittees are a testament to the trust and confidence proposed or reposed in the members to contribute meaningfully to the success of the National Convention, which is forthcoming. Those appointed are His Excellency Dr. Okezekpa Azu, Senator Osina Kobundu, Barrister Okechukwu Oswoha, Chief Okea Hiwe, Elder Abraham Ama. Others are Chief Chinenyere Onoha, Chief Patrick Omuka, Right Honorable Uko Undukwe Unkole, Honorable Unkem Uzoma Abonta, Right Honorable Solomon Apollono, Chief Eric Ikwagu, Chief John Okikalu, among others.
All right, let's go interactive. Let's hear from you. We have 0907 677 1029, 0916 988 1029, or 0809 666 1029. Check us out on facebook.com/Magic FM NG. YouTube at Magic FM Aba. Instagram is at Magic FM Nigeria. Hello. Good morning.
Good morning.
Thank you for joining us.
Good morning, the historian.
Morning, thank you.
It's Comrade Elijah. This is one of the things I love listening to you. I learn a lot from you. Sometimes I wonder if you were born in 1908. Nothing that happened. I did here for you.
Okay, thank you very much. The comrade himself. Hello. Good morning.
E and B. Good morning. This is Agent Right.
All right.
Nnamdi Kanu calling for his release by the governors to call for the release. It's a welcome development. If they know what they stand for, the governors of South East, they don't know what they stand for. They don't fight for their people. They fight for the money to grab for them back. They fight for money only. They don't fight for their people. That is the problem that we have. Imagine the time some people who was ruled, the Yoruba elite went for his for his rescue, which they rescue him. For ourselves, nothing like that. What a issue people we have.
All right. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Hello, good morning.
Are we truly independent? For a nation to be truly independent, three important factors must be involved. One, spiritually independent, 50%. You and I know Nigeria is spiritually cleansed by foreign religions. Christianity and Muslims, they are always battling. Now, two, economically independent, 35%. He who controls your spirit controls your economy. Then finally, politically independent, which is 15%. Democracy has been bastardized. Generally speaking, we are partially independent. Unless these three factors are in place, we can truly stand tall and say we are truly independent. In the fan, wake up here, love my. Thank you.
Thank you.
On Facebook, Nnamdi Ezimora, President Tinubu confers national honors on Ogonifoi's welcome development. The Ogoni people contributed much to the economy of Nigeria since the discovery of oil. Children should be allowed after normal classes and wish other states would copy it. Ifeanyi Nwachukwu, Igbo elders meeting OT demanding the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is highly commendable. They should also meet with other Eastern governors. If they can come together and collectively demand the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, the government of President Bola Tinubu will take the matter seriously. Nnadozie Oji, the federal government has played too much politics with Ogoni. Awards are fine, but what they really need is a better living environment. Years of pollution have left the area in bad shape, as anyone visiting could see. Urum Oki, more often than not, pupils are loaded with excessive schoolwork. I strongly agree with no. What is killing us as Igbo leaders is disunity, and what one we get at the end. If not, tell me why our leaders won't come together and achieve a tangible thing they will be remembered for when they leave office. Frank Veen thinks Nnamdi Kanu has no case to answer. Let the government release him. Hyacinth Obona, the main opposition party, PDP, should do well to put its house in order, together in their forthcoming national convention. Posthumous national honors on the Ogonifor is good, though messing after death and a tacit acknowledgement of wrongdoing by the government. Their families, Indomites, Echeflachi King. Nnamdi Kanu's release has been, we've taken this one earlier. Awukan Maxwell, the Ogoni land deserves more in terms of development, considering her contributions to the economy of the nation. Also, same should be extended to Okwa people. No federal presence in Asa land for decades. Still, Asa contributes to the economy of the nation. Asa's contributions to the economy of the nation is unprecedented. You're writing from Obehe, Asa. Francis Ogudoro, thank you for your kind words. Connect Principal, thank you. Joseph Uzomawogo, thank you.
Hello. Yes, hello, good morning.
I want to say.
What's your name, sir? Where are you calling from?
My name is Elvis. I'm calling from.
Okay.
Yeah, I want to say, this is Nigeria government for you. Now, after many years of this broken issue, before Ogoni was bad, evil, and it's dead. Now, government